Guys, today we're going to be looking at Leetcode problem 1394, find the lucky integer in an array. In this problem, we are given an array of ints and need to return the largest integer that appears the same number of times in the array as its value. For example, we looked at the first example here. 2 appears in the array twice, so we return 2. If we look at the second example, we see there are multiple lucky integers, as 1 appears once, 2 appears twice, and 3 appears 3 times. Here we would return 3, as it is the largest lucky integer. We see that both the length of the array as well as the values in the array will be between 1 and 500 inclusive. We return -1 if there are no lucky integers. Our approach will be to use a hash map, which is a data structure that is very versatile when solving whiteboard questions. The benefit of the hash map is that it is an O of 1 operation to do a retrieval. What we will do is loop through the array and maintain an entry in the hash map for every unique integer we see. At the end of the loop, we want to have a table of number to frequency where we have each integer that appears in the array as a key and how many times that integer appears in the array as its value. After we do this, we will be able to go through the hash map to see which entries have the same value for key and value, and out of these entries, return the largest. First, we will need to create our hash map and initialize our answer variable to -1. This will be in case there are no lucky integers in the array. Next, we need to loop through the array and populate our table. If there is already an entry in the hash map, map.put num map.getterDefault num 0 plus 1 will increment the value for that key. If there's not, that line will add an entry in the table with key equal to num and value equal to 1. Get or default tries to get an entry in the table with the key num. If it exists, it returns the value for that entry. If it doesn't exist, it returns 0. Next, we want to loop through each entry in our hash map. If the key and value are the same, then we want to see if this is the biggest lucky integer we have seen thus far. If it is, we update answer. When we are done with this, answer is the largest lucky integer in the array. We go ahead and click submit, and we see that our submission was successful. This approach has O of n space complexity because we create a hash map to store our frequency table that will have at maximum n entries. The runtime is O of n as well because we loop through the input array once and then through the hash map entries once as well. And that will do it for today's video, so be sure to like and subscribe and let me know down in the comments which problem I should tackle next.